So, uh, I would like to start this video and, of course, present finished latest build, and that will be on Asteroth Gundam. Gundam Asteroth Origin, actually. And I would like to say a few words about design itself, because design itself is looking very cool in my opinion. Very cool, awesome, and color scheme is also great, which of course includes few words about build out of the box model, because out of the box model usually, if that a high grade and has only few color schemes, it looks very plain. In this case it's almost true, but not completely, because Asteroth has a lot of color separated parts. It's basically a few shapes of red, original gray for frame, and light gray for wing parts. Let's call the wings, shoulder pads, shoulder armor, wings, it doesn't matter. And of course white. White is just part of the color which supports whole thing altogether. And that's one of those rare cases where Bandai should consider doing exactly the same thing for each high grade, including proper color separation, including more separated parts, not stupid shaped and oversized fucked up stickers which forced me uses swearing. And if you asking me if I'm going to use insignias, I do not plan to use those. Probably in future I will place something, because those are horrible, those are oversized. This one, you don't even think to place this one on the chest of the Asteroth. It's just too narrow for the sticker. It's shite. This sticker is shite. All stickers are shite actually, except those who are filling some hollow spaces and later are not easy reachable. And not peeling off in the time due to time. I blind someone? It's fine. So those bad, those half bad, those horrible. That's for elbows, which I painted, which I show a little bit later. Elbows. I think it's elbows. For elbows. Yeah, for elbows. This one for the flight modes nose. This one also painted, of course. Which I didn't paint was those insignias, because I'm not so good at painting models with brushes and such small detail. Heels, I think heels, which I missed, didn't paint it. And those goes on over the thruster areas, which connects to our legs. Let's place the shite part aside and take a look at the model itself. Great design, great color separation. If you have a chance, if you like it how it looks like, buy it, go for it. It's standard release. It's rare, I know it's rare, because Bandai fails to supply people with stock of the models, and a lot of various shit going on in the worldwide. So if you find one in your local store or anywhere able to order, get it, you won't regret it. It basically has a standard Barbatos frame, which always the same, nothing new about it. Completely new design, new parts for well, appearance. Probably maybe one leg has some the same parts which are shared between Asteroth Origin and Gundam Bio, which also cool looking model suit. Very similar to Origin, but no less cool as well. And with ending that, we'll proceed probably to parts I painted. I will just point to those parts and you will see the difference between a build of the box and custom painted model. Here, here, here vents here, other sides as well, painted eyes. It's probably not picking up because my smartphone is not so progressive, but still makes a good job. Small dots here on the chest. Those two spots, I don't know, probably volcans, probably not, maybe not functional at all. Small part over the cockpit door. Then silver on the pistons, joints, pistons in the arms, forearms. Those of course arrows, white, also are painted. Pieces on armor like here, front, side, front as well, on front of the toes. Flight pack armor inside, outside as well. Here there, vents, thrusters. It's probably thrusters. Of course, if we flip and open the functional wing mode, but I don't know, retractable blade, whatever, retractable wing. Of course, here, and the same exactly on the opposite part as well. Turn around a little bit. Of course, as I mentioned, stickers would be go on the elbows, painted. Thrusters and back rear area of back skirt as well. The same happened to the opposite side. The part which supposedly to be a cockpit arena of the flight mode as well. Of course, lower part here. I don't know which part it is, but it's also painted, and those parts too. On leg, on the rear side, almost untouched. I missed to paint connection part for thrusters on the back of the leg, and small areas here and here on the heels, which is not a big deal, which is fine, which is completely okay. And for a flight mode, I will probably transform it, but I don't see a big reason doing so, because if I leave it standing here in the flight mode, it probably will be just taking all weight back out of the model and will probably fall off, which I don't planning on achieving so far by now. Which point takes me to another section I wanted to mention and forgot probably. Yes, the thrusters. Thrusters on the legs. Thruster on the legs is fine, it's cool, you can paint it. I didn't paint it because I didn't want it to change color of those. Inside you can see a red dot, which I could have painted, but I didn't. Well, it's easy to fix, but right now I feel like I completed the model completely, except the insignias, except those three stickers which goes on the chest part and side of the flight pack armor, which those big ones are not so bad, but those still are stickers and I don't see any kind of use. And that takes us to accessories. The first one accessory is just a regular one, it's just additional arm, which doesn't have arm guard on top of it. You have to take and borrow from the model, which I'm a little bit too ashamed because it's a small piece of armor and piece of plastic. And here's something I made completely custom, because as you know from the reviews from before, maybe somewhere else, Astaroth Origin has several unique weapons and connection port for those weapons. So connection port is like that, it's completely painted, it should be a red, but as mentioned before, I did a customization. So first of all, I made a classic look for our shotgun, which is not plain gray as it's supposed to be. I made it look like original shotgun and from older classic look, with wooden type of handle and metal type of barrel, which looks, in my opinion, way much better. And of course I made a sledgehammer, which actually is sledgehammer. It's a weapon, of course, used by an asteroid as well. Just need to smash with it, and I made it in the color of the firefighter axe, I suppose. Oh, close enough at least. And of course the katana inside isn't completely unpainted. I was thinking about the paint blade, but I realized that it will be chipped off easily by removing it from a sheet of the sledgehammer. So I decided to paint only a handle. If you can see the handle painted in 2 shades of gray. Better now. Everything would be fine and cool with this one gimmick, because I really like how it ended up and how it was engineered for this point. But there's a small catch which I do not appreciate, because it looks like Bandai made it functional but not completely, since this connection works, but this connection has a connector which goes on the side skirt of the asteroid over here. It can be on the opposite side, but that will be inappropriate in my opinion, because the handles cannot be reverted, so it will be or shotgun upside down or sledgehammer. And the problem is that you can easily connect it, which follows the real problem. I don't like that. See, connection is tight. Connection is fine and connection is tight. As you can see, it holds very stable. The problem is that it not properly aligned for this type of connector. You can see the arm now sticks off too much at the side. You can of course move a little bit joint outside, but it doesn't help at all. And you can see no, it looks awkward. It looks awkward. Probably from some different angle like that, it looks okay. But if you look fair enough, the whole hand is just sticking off. In my opinion, it's not very cool idea. Not practical. Maybe cool, but not practical. And if you have to posing like this, you probably have to stick off another arm as well. But that makes a little bit of sense. So, do I have plan to fix that? I definitely don't have any plans for now, but I have few ideas which I probably want utilize for now. Come on, you see, the problem is then it causes a lot of trouble for removing it, because hand is in the way, and everything you've done before might be ruined very easily by moving parts forward and backward. The ball joint is not very stable, by the way, and all the Barbados type EBO kits suffers from the same problem. I don't know what people keep telling you, but if you are picking up your asteroid or any type of Barbados, you better grab it for a lower part than for a body. So what I do see how that could have been fixed. So first off, I think the connector on the side skirt was a bad idea. I think it would be much more better looking to attach to a lower part of the leg armor. Would look a little bit better in my opinion. It won't be in the way of the other parts. would give a little bit more freedom to movement. Then it could have been added somewhere on a flight pack, like this, like a connection to a backpack, which would be a lot more sense. But then again, it's my opinion. And in finishing this strangely oversized review, I would like to mention I will probably place the Astaroth Origin on the action base because I don't trust those flimsy joints very much, and I don't see a lot of possibility just making him stand like this. It's cool, it looks nice, don't get me wrong, it's cool. I got something, don't pay attention to that, don't mind that. But you can't utilize normally this cool looking arm pack. Yeah, it just awkwardly unfit in this case, in my opinion. So I basically will be using it as a separate weapons. Probably will give something like that, like I did with a Grace custom, like this one. Probably will give one weapon in hand, another one maybe in other hand, or maybe I will use only shotgun at a time, but for now, and we'll just leave it there, and we'll think eventually someday how to place this much more properly on the side of the armor on leg or somewhere on the backpack. The only problem I have with model, the only problem, serious annoying problem I had with this beautiful Asteroid Gundam Origin